Hello, hello. Ta. Let me try to adjust this thing. Hey, journeymen, journeywomen. This is a hero's journey with Dr.D, and I am on live. I have this is delaying videos and delaying podcasts, but I'm coming on live right now. I'm giving everybody a hero's update. My apologies. I've had a horrendous week. It's been busy. It's been long. It's been tiring. I think I took too many vitamins and not enough water because I don't know. Have you ever woke up and you just been woozy, 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 and I close my eyes and I feel like I'm walking to the walls. So I was told by a nurse friend of mine that I've just been maybe a tad bit dehydrated. I drink a gallon of water a day. Go figure. All right, but this is what we're going to do today. I'm doing two platforms today right now. And next week I should be more readily on the on my videos and my podcast because this week is pretty much a wash. But we good though. We good. I'm trying to figure something out right now, so just y'all bear with me. Uh, but we good. All right. So like I stated before, now if anybody on, just comment, give me something, give me some feedback, throw something on online, and we'll talk about it. But I do have something I am going to talk about today. Pretty much is a recap of one of my older videos. And for my podcast listeners, you haven't heard this at all. You haven't heard this one at all. That's a proper dialect. So let's do this. Okay, so okay, and then this is what we're going. I'm gonna recap on. It's I have currently I have my last video that I posted was a journey to a specific destination. Journey to specific destination is talking about what I did. I used school, the schoolhouse as the illustration of life, and because we all experience, we have a school that we must graduate from, and now the graduation, of course, is a transitioning period, but you still move through the different grades and different subject matters in life or the periods or the classrooms in life actually to get to a specific goal. You have specific goals, specific classes, grade, report cards, and also in certain junctures you have specific degrees. But within all of this, and like I stated before, I'm kind of recapping on my last video, and I know a lot of people are waiting for my last continuation of my next video, and that'll be next week. It'll be next week because this week's pretty much been a wash. But I left off with pretty much I explained that life is like a schoolhouse and explained that you go to different classrooms, different periods. It's a road to get to a specific destination. But also, what I left off with is that every one of you all are specific and unique and genuine. And I use the fingerprint as an illustration of your specificity, uniqueness. I use the fingerprint stating that you and everybody else are unique. I am a twin, and my twin brother does not have the fingerprint that I have. Why? Because God took in His infinite wisdom to make me unique. And why did He make me unique, an individual? He made me unique so I can do a specific deed that only I can do. See, but what is really sad is that we all have a specific deed or a specific gift that's inborn within us. but we don't let it live. We have babies within us, but we don't nurture. We have ideas within us, and we don't let them blossom. We have gifts in us, but we're too scared to move with the gift or to use the gift because we're concerned more so about what people. Hey, Marcella. Ah, hey, how you doing? Uh, we're so concerned about what people say and do to us about what we're doing that we miss the whole purpose. The whole purpose is to do what you need to do. Do what you do well and keep on moving. Anxiety and excitement takes the same chemical impression within you. It's just how you look at it. Before you go to your first game, first first experience, you excited. I mean, before you get in front of your first audience, you're excited, but it kind of looks like you're scared. It's the butterflies. It's a chemical reaction. But you have to take it. You have to take life by the horns. You have to move into it. Okay. So, like I stated before, you are specific, you are unique. And by being unique, I mean, can't nobody do what you do the way you do it. Can't nobody do it. I don't know why you tripping. And no, I trip. Like my friend Marcella, and she's online right now. And for like 2 years, I was tripping about how she said, get on YouTube. I said, I ain't on YouTube. I was tripping. I thought I was like Will Smith. People gonna hound me down. Hey, you. I was tripping. No, it's just that what happens is that you rationalize areas in your life that you're scared to do, even though you know you do it well. And before you get out of, and before you know it, the fear overcomes who you are and keeps you stagnant. And when it keeps you stagnant, you don't move, you don't go anywhere. And before you know it, time has moved. See, the thing you all don't know is that time always keeps moving. When you go nowhere, time is still moving. When you when you are just looking at the sky, time is moving. When you're looking at soap operas, time is moving. When you look at television, time is moving. Listen to the radio, time is moving. When you're doing absolutely nothing and the things that you do are futile, time is moving. Thank you, Marcella. And times are moving. So if you don't move, if you don't move, time will. It's gonna keep on moving. And before you know, you're gonna be 85 years old. Yeah, Gene, what's up? Oh man, I woulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda, but I didn't. But the worst part about didn't is that you never tried. Oh, it's one thing to do something and fall short, and you know that you had the experience of actually doing it. But it's another thing to do never doing it and have a woulda, coulda, shouldas. That's jacked up. And I'm not gonna have that. I mean, you may cannot run as fast, but you still can move. And I stated all of my videos say if you get up vertical, make it your point in life to keep on moving forward. Because if you don't move forward and you can move forward, what are you doing with the ability to get up? Everybody cannot say that they'll be able to get up vertical. Christopher Reeves was paralyzed from neck down or high shoulder down, and he couldn't get up by himself. But before he died, and in that paralyzed state, he was in movies. He was still married. He was acting. He had foundations. And he could not get up vertical, but he can lift his eyes. And by even lifting his eyes, he made a conscious effort to do something that others refuse to do. And what it is, he made a conscious effort to live. Okay, I got you. I got you. Um, Great. But the thing is, he lived. How many of us wake up every morning, every afternoon, every night, depends on your work schedule, and refuse to live? Why is life given to a person who refuses to live? What will be your imprint? What will be your legacy? What will people say when you leave this schoolhouse we call life? I don't know. As I walk and I proceed doing things that I need to do, I constantly find different things that I need to tweak. And that's when my purpose becomes more blossoming every day. I learn different things that I need to be consistent on. And I'll say this in the video. I have a video that says, embrace your passion. It is shed light to the blocks on the road of your journey of life. And the blocks on the road in your journey of life are elements of your purpose. You only can walk one step at a time. So why not embrace something so it can highlight the block that you're currently on? See, what happens is that people are so busy trying to get beyond the block they are on, they forget where they are at, that they're at, where they're at. And they don't go nowhere. They're in a perpetual state of indecision, and don't never move. Never move. And a lot of things that keep the person down and keep a person um, in bewilderment or just stuck is the dwelling of the past. How often is it that people are living so far in the past that they don't have time to prepare for their future? And the past is so daunting that it torments their present. What happens is that in some situations is that forgiveness, people don't forgive. They hold on to things that happened 10, 20, 30 years ago. They hold on like it's their like the pet rat dog. You know, they keep little dogs in their purses and oh, it's my Pookie. They hold the things like it's theirs, and they keep it. And the person don't care nothing about them no more. The person has left them, got their own family, other part of the country, haven't not even studying them at all. But what happens is that people hold on to the past hurt, and they have an energetic link that connects them to the person of the past. And while you still have that connection through energy of that memory in the past, it still holds you down from moving at the pace that you need to move in your present to get to your future, because you can't reach your destination. You can't reach your destination at the rate that you need to reach your destination in the mood, the attitude, the disposition that you need to meet. You need to be at your destination in, because you're so busy looking at your past and holding your past over your shoulder. And while you hold them over your shoulder, it's keeping you bound and slowing you down and keep you in a state of depression. It's a weight, because all depression is anger internalized. And if you internalize the anger of the past, it has built momentum over the years, and you have not. And you hold that thing and builds a weight, and it slows you down from striving toward a greater destination. You can't even look into your future because you so bogged down by your past. I look at it this way. It's as if you have you have past impressions. What I mean by past impressions, things that have put an impression on you and that have stuck with you and that stays with you in your mental state. See your see your thoughts are the ignited by your brain, and your body innate feeling. This is the way it communicates because your body is your subconscious, and it reacts to the feelings. Your body speaks with feelings, and your brain speaks through thoughts. They work as a team, but sometimes they work separately. Have you ever just got in your car and just drove because your body felt that it's time to wake up? Your body felt that it's time to go to work? Your body felt that it's time to get that cup of coffee? And you automatically went? Only to realize it was Saturday and Friday was the last day of work because your body's on automatic. 95% of our preoccupation after age 35 is on a subconscious level because all emotions and different things that we have learned, they become like a playback and we do things automatically. So most Americans spend 5% of their waking day conscious, meaning being intentional about what they're doing and what they're planning. They just do things automatic. Clock that 9 to 5, shelter, wherever. It's automatic. It's automatic. So to go back, we look at, suppose like it's this person, environment, situation that affected you at a very young age. Whether you've been verbally abused, physically abused, sexually abused, these are things that have impressed an imprint in your subconscious. They have so they have impressed a certain way of a certain program that you're accustomed to. So when you see a certain type of man, he may actually meet the type of person. He may not be the person, but he actually triggers you the memory of the person who did you wrong, and then fear creeps in. You see an old Buick. You when you sit down in a Buick, emotions connect. See, emotions are the end result of a situation of the past, whether it's yesterday or yesteryear or 10, 20 years. Emotions are the imprint of past experiences. So you feel a certain way because I feel and I feel a certain way when I smell apple pie because I remember when I was 9 years old and Granny used to make apple pies for us on a nice summer day. It makes you feel warm and fuzzy because the emotion was triggered by an element outside that triggered my thoughts of a past experience. See? So those are things that are been logged in the back of our head and that's ignited by current situations. And that's all you just check your thoughts. Check your thoughts. But what happens is that somebody could have did you wrong. And it's like a black marker, a wide tip marker, magic marker. It's very good for redacting things and covering up errors. And just imagine you're the sheet of paper. You're the sheet of paper, and the marker, the magic marker, is the experience, the past that's heavy on you. It's heavy on you. So it's marked, you're marked all up. And that ink is so dark that it creates a shadow. Now, not only does it create a shadow, it's so thick that it bleeds through to the next sheet of paper, to the next sheet of paper. So, all that to say, you think your attitude and the way you are does not affect others. It affects everybody close to you. It affects everybody close to you. So much that some don't want to be close to you. It's like, do this piece. I ain't gotta take this. But it's not even you. It's the situation that you're allowing to put that imprint on you. Because some people take the attitude, I'll never forgive him. I'll never forgive her. I'll never forget the situation. So you hold it. Why hold on something that you can't change, but you can let go? Let it go. Let go, let God. But some people feel like they just need to hold on, and so when they see the person, they can rub it in their face, or the so it can just harness some fire. But what you gonna harness the fire? What you gonna do with it? Now, it's one thing to harness a certain energy of aggression, but what's the positive action that follows behind it? People were not allowed to get on the bus. African Americans were not given the proper rights as others. So what we did, we harnessed the hostility and we boycotted. See, anger is not a negative emotion. It's a neutral one. It's how you utilize it. You say you pull it in and they work toward getting laws changed. So I can do what I'm doing right now. So I can get my PhD. So I can go to school without things being thrown at me. So I can have the rights that I actually have. So I can vote. See, that's when you use your emotions. You pull it in and you create the passion for something to change. Be a change maker. Don't hold stuff in and harbor it against people because it doesn't hurt anybody but you. So okay, what happens at the large marker? It creates something that bleeds and affects other people and situations around you. And Marcelo, while you or before you leave, click a thumbs up. I forget. I do this all the time, especially when I do lives. Thumbs up, share, comment, put something down below. Now all that good stuff. Yeah, I think it was a like, subscribe, comment, and share. And make sure you click that thumb. All right, but in any case, okay, you got the marker, you got the thick marker. After the thick marker, you get another magic marker, but it's thin because the first the first move to becoming a better you, a better version of you, and in light of something or somebody or some situation or environment that has affected you, is to forgive. You have to forgive because if you don't forgive, you hold the person's action with you, not against them. You hold it with you. You never let it go. So the magic, the hard magic marker becomes a thin magic marker. So therefore, because see, you can put the action, you forgive the person, but then walking in forgiveness is a different thing, and uh constantly being to monitor your thoughts and your actions. That's where the work begins. The work begins because I forgive the person, so you let it go. And just like having a magic marker, it doesn't it's it may fade away, but then when you let it go, it kind of peels it and becomes thin magic marker. So therefore, the girth of the weight has decreased upon you because you're the sheet of paper. Then, as you keep walking in forgiveness, meaning not bringing up the past pain and what the person did against you, and doing things um, angrily and negatively toward the individual, toward the situation, or toward the environment. Then, when time progresses, and then after that, the magic marker becomes a felt tip pen. Then the felt tip pen becomes a ballpoint pen. And then the ballpoint pen becomes a number two pencil. And then the number two pencil becomes a number three pencil. For those who do not know, number number three pencil is a lighter lead. And then, lastly, the number three pencil flips and becomes an eraser. And then you take the action of erasing the past pain. You erase the ink off the paper. You erase the lead off the paper. You erase it. You erase it. And when you erase it, then your current state of being is so much lighter. Now, does the ink go? Does the ink, the lead, the pencil, does it go away? Totally. You may not see the ink, but you see the impression. See, I never said that you erase the thought or the memory of it because there are things in the past that you the things in the past, the good, the bad, the ugly, indifferent, they make you who you are. I stated this before. Is that what happens is that you you bring everything with you on the journey, but they have different locations. The past, the good, you keep it right behind your ear so it can whisper. You can do it. You're more than a conqueror. You're the first, not last, above only, and not beneath. It encourages you, it boosts you to high levels and bigger planes. It propels you to greatness. But the negative, the bad situations, the bad memories, the pain, the trauma, you put it underneath your feet. It's still with you, but it doesn't control you because you're on top of it. Because you have a platform that not only you're on top of it, but you are an overcomer that has put the situation underneath your feet. And by putting it underneath your feet means that if I can do it, you can do it. Your testimony is not for you. It's for somebody else. People think that it's always about you. No, it's about you obtaining something through the journey so you can help pull somebody out. So you keep the things underneath your feet and it propels you to higher level and you have higher vision because by being elevated, you can see all the potholes, you can see all the nails, all the glass, all the bad corners because you're at a higher level. And by being a higher level, your light, the light shows better and it highlights the crevices that you need not venture into unknowingly. Because if you go this time, you go with knowledge. See, my favorite book says, while you're getting, get an understanding. See, knowledge is getting understanding, but wisdom is rightly applying the knowledge that you got. So you obtain wisdom when you have the knowledge not to do what you did. So you can see over that road and you know where not to go. And that's because of the past. It makes you don't regret, don't resent. It makes you who you are for your specific journey on your destination. You erase You still see the imprint. If you put some marker or some crayon or wherever, you can still bring the past back up to the forefront. But why would you do that? You'll only bring it up to tell people you don't have to allow it to control you. How will you live your life? Will you live it with the imprint controlling your very mind? Because as a man thinketh, so is he. So we all need to change the way we think, and we act based on what we think. And we all need to practice forgiveness. Because what good does it do to walk around frowning all the time? It's increased wrinkles. It makes you a miserable person. Nobody want to be around you. Don't nobody want to be around you. Okay, so that's my recap on some things that need to be done. So Marcel, I appreciate you commenting on, and this will be in the archives. I'll put this in the archives, and I may let this roll the whole weekend instead of trying to do it Monday and do something different. But this will be in the archives. But also, I have a podcast, and now I'm gonna upload this to the podcast. It's a hero's journey with Dr.D, the podcast. Spotify, Apple phone. It's on 7 platforms. So you can look at anchor.fm/Byron Daniels. Or you can just go online and look up a hero's journey with Dr. D, the podcast. podcast. Or furthermore, you can just go down below and I have a couple links underneath my on my YouTube channel, and the links will actually say it have a link to the podcast. And I do a podcast uploaded every Wednesday. Except this Wednesday, I didn't do an upload because I had a very trying week. I was tired, y'all. I was tired. I tired. Bobby should be back on the up on the ropes on next week. Got some new lighting coming in too, so things should be getting better. And please send me some comments or send me some suggestions on some new. You will give me a like? Marcella said she want me to give her a closing song. What you want me to sing? What you want me to sing, Marcella? I got a request. Oh well. Is it your birthday? See, now I was probably gonna try sing something, but Marcella didn't put a request in, so therefore I'm not singing. I don't know too many songs anyway. But you funny. But I have a podcast. It's a Hero's Journey with Dr. D, the podcast, and I do an upload every Wednesday. And shortly, I'll probably be doing some interviews on that podcast. So go ahead and download that, and on that podcast, you can leave comments as well. Uh, you can leave comments of support. You can leave comments via voicemail. You can actually say it. And what I'll do on those is that I'll play it on my next week's podcast and address those at the beginning of the episode. And on my YouTube channel, normally my schedule is I do one on Friday morning and I do a live on Friday night. I am totally off schedule. So I decided to do a heroes update because can you give us a closing song? Your ex. What does your ex mean? I don't know what that means. Is that trap music? Oh, she gave me a like. Okay. What's your ex? Your choice. I don't have a choice. Anybody birthday? Anybody? I do a happy birthday song. Happy birthday. Give me a happy birthday. I do a birthday song. Anybody name? Give me a name. I'll sing happy birthday. You can forward it to them. I'll do a happy birthday song. Okay. Drive it and tell the family hello. You're just playing. All right. Okay, so like I said, I got YouTube. I got YouTube. Okay, you can go down below, click the link to for Anchor FM / Byron Daniels. I upload I know it's somebody's birthday. Give me a name. Just give me a name. I don't know. Uh, oh, oh, I sing happy birthday to my cousin Didi. Um, then, but wait, let me finish this. Got a podcast, got YouTube. I do my shows or on Friday mornings, and I generally do a live for Friday nights, and I upload the live sessions on Monday morning. But it's but but it varies. And then Wednesday I do whatever. I may do a live update about current event, and but I have set shows that I try to do on Friday. And this is me just breaking the mold, trying to do something because I haven't been on here. I haven't been on pretty much on a week. I've been tired of something. All right, so this is me going out. Oh, okay. Um, the end. Yes, that's my cousin's name. Now I want everybody to take note who's on here. Now Tricks and Jazz. That's on Roxanne Ross, and those are my cousins. But my other cousin is Deenda. And at Deenda's birthday is recently. I think this just the day before. And now I'm gonna sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Vienna. Happy birthday to you. How about that, myself? All right. There's a hero's journey with Dr. D. Out. Oh, I'm about to click out before you say anything. Now, hey, Marcella, if you get on lives, and you put a request for birthdays, I'll do birthdays all day. All the other stuff, I'll do birthday songs. I'm good with the birthday songs. Okay, I'm going now for real.